So I'm making a sign that is easy to make because of the situation it is. Could be doing something in the background, so yeah, I mean, it's bad. As I said in the community post, I'm in another crisis. It's not as bad as the last one, I don't think, but it's still bad, and I just want satisfaction, and I don't seem to be able to get it, and this frustrates me. I'll go through a lot of the details later on, if I do get to move house, because I'm planning on moving because of the situation. I've got a whole document sort of explaining all the aspects of it, which I feel are important for people similar to me. I definitely don't keep it hidden that I'm autistic, have learning difficulties, also mentally ill. I think that's pretty obvious by now. I've got depression, OCD. I don't think anxiety counts as an illness. What does it? I don't know. But also I got stressed, and the stress has been bad enough. I've gotten chest pains, constipation, headaches, itchy skin, which has actually come on again. Although that could be because of a bath soak, I'm not too sure yet. Because it's only appeared on my hands. That always sort of confuses me. And also my feet. It's not as bad on my feet. Yeah, the situation, to sum it up, there's apparently what the NHS says is domestic abuse. I never thought it would have been, but they classify it as domestic abuse, so yeah, this is quite scary, to be honest, because this means that the situation I'm in is actually pretty bad, and it's bad enough that actually I do get a death threat, and I have been pushed a few times as well. And I can't go into details about the situation, but let's just say that it could be another possibly mentally ill person who hasn't revealed why he's mentally ill. I don't know. And this is really harmful. And I've also brought this up with the landlord, and the landlord won't do anything about it. If you're listening, I doubt he will. He could have, because he probably did research or something. You need to do something about this before it gets worse, and you need to do it before someone else takes my place. Because I've already got bad enough memories here. I don't want anything to do with this place anymore. And I dread to think how badly the other person will get it now. And it's sad really, because this place was really promising when I first came in. It was calm, peaceful almost. It's much more quiet than the last place. And I've got a pretty big room, to be honest. It's not the biggest room I've ever seen. I've actually seen bigger on my journeys, but it's still fairly big. It's good enough for what I need it for. And yeah. But that came with its own issues. Because on top of domestic abuse, there has been stealing. It's not necessarily stealing possessions exactly. It's just food mainly, because we have similar diets. And even though I'm okay with sharing, given there is permission, I'm not happy with someone just taking it without asking, and actually to start gardening last year. I started planting things. I made a bunch of lettuce that I got a plant from a family member, What's the other one? There's also salad leaves I grew, but they all disappeared. And I briefly remember my housemate asking, "Who could have some of these, please?" I said, "Yeah, okay, leave some for me." I go there the next day, and everything's been picked the fuck out. Like, what? What the fuck is going on? It's just crazy. I do not get it. How is this even allowed? And I've even brought this up with the landlord, and he won't do anything about it. I know I'm not going to starve, but fucking hell, I plan around these things. And it's actually costing me way more than £150. I spent £30 on the food he's stolen, roughly, and 120 on the locks I've got to stop him from getting to them. And I have to put these things in my room, the things that I can't fit in there. That's how fucking batshit crazy this place is. It's just, like, why? And I often wonder, like, am I being too greedy myself? Have I done something wrong? And nobody answers it, really. I've never gotten an answer for that. So I'm just wondering, like, what's going on? I just have fucking mental breakdowns over this because I don't know what to do. And I've got a few meetings later on about moving, but I'm not hopeful. If anything, this place has just given me a reason that I just shouldn't look forward to life. I shouldn't get hooked up on hope. There's just no reason. And to me, that's really bad. That's devastating. So yeah. I think that's other bits, like, I'm being harassed through, like, noises and music. I've also been having my personal space invaded by noise, like, for example, this person having sex. Which, fair enough, but I don't need to hear it. And it's just crazy that that's even allowed, for starters. Like, nobody in this place that I'm in, which is a linked group thing, I'll go into details later in a much later video. Nobody in this group seems to be the sort of person to want to have sex or even be ready for it. So why this person is here, I just don't fucking know. On top of this, there's a marriage, an ex-marriage, and multiple girlfriends, and a fucking daughter. But what? Who is this place for? He's not a Ukrainian refugee, for fuck's sake, who I could understand would deserve to live in a place like this. It would be great to home people who need a home, who are seeking refuge, especially the ones who are more vulnerable. But it's just fucking crazy to me. There's some bloke with just this almost normal life is just here. I don't get it, but he's not normal, and that's the problem. And he's been the source of all my sort of depression and stress, and ever since I've been here. And I've spoken to people about this, and even showed evidence for it, let's say, and yeah, they agree that he's a fucking bully. So I'm not alone in this, and support, fucking hell, like, there's no support for me. That's the other issue. There's just nobody to talk to and nobody who can deal with it. Like, that's one of the biggest issues. And I feel lonely because of that. it's because of this housemate that I can't get outside more than I want to. It's because of this housemate I can't exercise. It's because of this housemate that I'm actually in my room most of the day. So, it just makes no sense. And I'm not the only one who has problems with him. So, it just feels like the world's gone backwards. Like, if I didn't know any better, this place seems like it's on this Tory run. It just seems very conservative, the way it's run. Like, it's just designed to mess with you. I'm definitely not smart enough to know, but face value, that's what I'm being shown. Just a place for misery and suffering, nothing else. So something colour code my VR. Let's do that quick. So I sort of colour code my stuff in the OBS. Perfect example of ADHD there. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm also needing another diagnosis because I think I might have paranoid schizophrenia or something. There's definitely something paranoia going on. So it's just frustrating, really. But that's really the situation, and I think for the moment, I'm just going to try and do things I enjoy. Like, I'll definitely do Final Fantasy 14, do the Genshin Impact and Archive Star Rail updates, Deep Rock Galactic when that happens. I've seen the Season 5 stuff, and it looks really promising. I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, don't wish me luck or hope that my situation gets better because people have done that before and it hasn't happened, really. I thought about it today actually, because I hear a lot of people like have dreams, and actually I'm on a medication now that's supposed to cause dreams, but I don't have any. So is my situation bad enough that I just can't dream, or what? But even then, the dreams that I do get are just nightmares, and I sometimes get night terrors from that. Like, I have to keep a light on to fall asleep. I have to put on Bossa Nova, which is nice anyway. It's really difficult, and because of how sort of vulnerable I've become, in a way I've sort of backtracked in terms of like mental age and physical age. Not physical age, but mental age. Physically, I don't know. I definitely started using my weights more because I just sort of wanted to defend myself. Like, funny enough, the person claims to be a black belt, and here I'm thinking, oh, okay, what can I do that you can't counter? And I've already figured out a few things. So yeah, I'm not usually confident, but I think I'm quite confident in the strategies that I've found. And also, the first person who throws the punch will obviously be gone quicker. And I haven't thrown any punches, so yeah. Is that everything I was going to say on that? I don't know. But the situation is definitely scary. I want to make people aware of it because I might sound different. I have weird mood swings as well. Like, I remember during the Fontaine video, the recent update, I was going through a crisis then. I was having non-stop panic attacks because of the stress. And I definitely had a different sort of tone. But yeah, like, I'm obviously scared. Because I just can't predict what the person is going to do. And even then, I just don't have any escape. Even though I have options to sort of move out and live with someone, it's not a good option because it's going to make me feel bad, still make me feel worse potentially. So there's no safe option. That's again scary. I'm told that there is a safe option, but there isn't. And one of the worst things about that as well is when I actually try to call the support line now, there's nobody to answer. I remember I spent an hour on a mental health helpline. It was a local one and it didn't answer. It said 4th place, 20 minutes in it said 4th place. About 33rd place, and I suddenly jumped to 1 after 40 minutes. So I waited 20 minutes and nobody picked up. And actually I heard a sound of like someone picking up, but it just suddenly went back to the hold thing, hold music. So again, there's like no support for me, and it's a bit terrifying. There's even like a bad aspect of this because I actually had an arrangement to meet someone and spend a night with her, let's say. But yeah, I literally got to that point. And even though it gave me a confidence boost and made me feel a bit less insecure about myself, I couldn't do it because of the situation. And that makes it really difficult. And on top of that, I'm just worrying about losing the only people that I care about in the world. Humanity, but the people closest to me. And that's also very worrying. Because also I can't rely on them, but also I don't want to burden them with my problems because that would be tough. And obviously if not that they will, but they could die suddenly and all they remember of me is that I was suffering here. I do not want that. I don't think they want that either.